How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, sadly, I'm bringing you news of yet. We're only on the 5th day of January right now, and there's been another death in prison. Circumstances have not been disclosed, which it's the Ministry of Justice. They try to keep a lid on these sort of stories getting out. Could be natural causes, could be suicide. When it comes to a death in custody, especially as Darren Williams was only 39 years old, God bless him, may rest in peace again. My thoughts and prayers are with your friends and your family. I look towards suicide. My instinct straight goes there, and that's not a good thing, but I've just learned from experience that these sort of stories go that way. My advice to Darren Williams, his friends and family, again, my thoughts and prayers are with you guys, is if it was a suicide, don't take what even if it's natural causes, don't take what the prisons say at face value, because what the prisons say and what the truth is, two very different versions of events. Mark my words. Get as much information as you can from the jail. If your loved one loses their life in prison, you are offered the chance to go to the cell where he lived and was ultimately found, if he was found in his cell. I've heard stories where prisoners' families have gone on to visit the cell where their loved ones died, and the cell's been all freshly painted. They've put some curtains up, they've cleaned the cell up, they've put a little canteen there to try and make it look homely and stuff. It's the prison, guys. It's the government, Ministry of Justice. Stinks to high heaven. Certain circumstances in these deaths in custody stink to high heaven, and the prisoner not forthcoming. The lie through the teeth, evidence goes missing, things that show like paper trails and stuff. I'd want the CCTV, the incident logbook. I'd want everything from that prison. I recently spoke to a prisoner's mother who tragically took his own life. Her son took his own life in Walton Jail in October of 2017. Just been recalled, and he took his life on the Friday. And what she does, when we had a conversation, she knows what I do. She knows I do all the YouTube and the interviews and stuff. And she said, if any other families go through what I've been through, Cody, please feel free to pass my number to them. And she wants her son's legacy to help other prisoners' families that may have gone through loss and bereavement, whether that be natural causes or whether that be suicide. Because obviously when there is a death in custody, a file gets passed to the prison and probation ombudsman, who is supposed to be independent. Take that with a pinch of salt. Then, like, if it's like I say with suicide and stuff like that, there's inquests and stuff, and it's a very long, drawn out process. I know of several prisoners' families who have lost a loved one to suicide whilst in prison, who are actually taking legal action against the prison, the healthcare, and the Ministry of Justice. And they're sort of bound. They can't say anything. They can't do any interviews because it could jeopardise their case. Anyway, guys, Darren Williams was found yesterday. He was 39 years old, and he was found at Woodhill, which is a Cat A prison down in Milton Keynes. I'm going to read the story, link in the description below. Darren Williams' family, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'll put my number in the description, and feel free to contact me. I've spoken to a lot of prisoners' families in this past 12 months or so, and I take it personal when these sort of incidents happen in jail. No worse place in the world to die, whether that be of natural causes or suicide, than a very small cell where you've got the toilet, your bed. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like it, guys. You're away from your friends, you're away from your family, you're away from your kids if you've got kids. It's a very bleak picture, guys, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Anyway, guys, let's get to the story. BBC News. HMP Woodhill. Prisoner dies at boredom prison. An inmate has died in a prison recently criticised for high levels of boredom and rising levels of violence and self-harm. Darren Williams, 39, died on Friday at HMP Woodhill in Milton Keynes, the prison service confirmed. It is said there will be an independent inquiry by the prison probation ombudsman. Police said they attended after being called at 1600 hours and the death was not believed to be suspicious. That doesn't mean it wasn't potentially a suicide. Thames Valley Police added that a file was being prepared for the coroner. A statement from the prison service said the thoughts were with Mr. Williams' friends and family. That's just an empty line, hollow words, because they don't give a shit. Prisoners are disposable. In a report published in September, the Independent Monitoring Board, or the IMB, blamed high levels of boredom for an increase in violence and self-harm at the prison, while staff shortages had a chronic consequences. HMP Woodhill had the highest suicide rates of all prisons in England and Wales in the 5 years to 2017. However, the IMB said there are no suicides between the 12th of December 2016 and the 10th of May 2018 in its latest report. HMP Woodhill holds over 600 men, mainly remand prisoners and those serving short sentences, alongside a small number of Category A high security prisoners. Now, like I say, guys, the IMB, I don't really rate the IMB. Her Majesty's Inspector of Prisons are better. They're more scathing when it comes to prisons and stuff, and more honest and open and stuff. I don't know why they're going on about a boredom prison. Like, it's irrelevant, really. Any prison, you're under duress. But it had the highest suicide rates, guys, for the 5 years up to 2017. In my opinion, from what I know as an ex-con who keeps my ear to the ground, Walton is up there, and so is Nottingham Prison when it comes to suicides within prison, sadly. I just, it breaks my heart, guys, that people are going to prison to be rehabilitated, which doesn't actually go on in prison, and are leaving in body bags. Like I said, I say it in every vlog, there's 3 ways you can leave prison. Through the gate, so released, or released on bail if you're on remand. Over the wall, escape, it happens every blue moon. Or a body bag. And sadly, body bags are happening more and more. I believe personally this year we're going to see more suicides than we did last year. And also deaths in custody as well, natural causes. Healthcare in prison, guys, is inadequate. Mental health services in prison are inadequate. And what flows from that and what stems from that is suicide, self-harm, despair, frustration, suicide attempts, and suicides. It just breaks me heart, man. I can't imagine what Darren Williams' his family's going through. Not every prisoner's from a tight, close family unit. Some are, some aren't. Some have got no friends and family on the out. They was homeless. They've landed in jail. Do you know what I mean? His next of kin will have been informed. I'll tell you straight, Darren Williams' family, again, God bless you. My thoughts and prayers are with you, and God bless Darren, may he rest in peace. The prison will not give you any ongoing support, any like counselling or bereavement, like counselling. They just don't do it. They'll tell you, yeah, he's dead, and then just leave you to it. Oh, and another thing as well, they'll try and sweeten you up, because they'll pay £2,800, £3,000, up to around £4,000 towards funeral costs. It's a drop in the ocean, and it's not going to bring your loved one back. It's no consolation, is it? If you get the opportunity to go to the cell where he was found, whether that be through natural causes or, as I believe, potentially suicide, please do. Don't take what the prisoner's saying at face value. Ask for a paper trail. Ask for any intelligence. Ask for if he was on an app book. Try and find out to get the CCTV from the wing. If he was padded up with someone, try and find the name of the prisoner. Do as much digging as you can, and don't leave any stone unturned. And in my opinion, if it is suicide, which I'm hoping it wasn't, but again, losing someone is losing someone, isn't it? Please seek legal advice, because so many prisoners' families are bringing, because they know what goes on within prison, and the Ministry of Justice tried to keep a lid on it. They're going through legal channels, and it's not about financial gain. It's about getting justice for their loved one. And then once these cases are over, if they win, they're going to shout it from the rooftops, and a compensation will come with that. But they're not bothered about compensation. It's about getting justice. And in the words of one prisoner's mother, who sadly took his own life in Walton Jail, she just said, if I can prevent just one death, so no one has to go through what I've gone through and my family have gone through, that's worth it. So what I'm offering you to Darren's family, if you do see this, is I'm no one, do you know what I mean, as a former prisoner, but I can put you in contact with this prisoner's mother, who lost her son to a suicide in Walton Jail in October of 2017, and she will advise you, she will comfort you, she'll give you words of advice, she will help you, and she'll guide you through the process down the inquest and stuff, and the prison probation ombudsman. She's far more clued up than I am in that regard, because I've never had to go down that route, luckily, and stuff. But again, my thoughts and prayers are with all of you. Don't leave any stone unturned. Don't take what the prisoners say at face value, and dig. And if he's got any friends on the wing, write to them, drop them an email prisoner, write to them, and try and get them to ring you on the phone. Record the phone call, because if they send a letter out scathing of the prison and the circumstances, that I'll tell you straight, the prison will just stop the letter going out. The corrupt, babe, I'm sorry to say to anybody there, prisons are corrupt, man. The system wipes the system's arse, right? And it stinks to high heaven, and I'm sick of hearing stories about prisoners dying, natural causes, medical negligence causing deaths within prison, right? Failings, and then you've got prisoners on suicide watch. They check them every 20 minutes. Soon, if that prisoner's intent on committing suicide, as soon as that screw walks away from that door, strings up. It kills me, man. When you're in prison, any issues you've got in your life, you get magnified by about 1 million. You think, you overthink, you start to dwell, you can spiral into depression, you can contemplate suicide, you self-harm. And people can't hack it, man. It's not about not hacking it, it's just about prison just puts you under that much stress and duress and messes with your head psychologically and stuff, that people seek suicide as a way out. It takes a lot of balls to carry out that act, and I hope that this death isn't, but you know, even if it's let's say that it's natural causes or a delay in the health or the negligence from the medical side of things or healthcare that's contributed to his death. You don't know what the prison will try and tell you, oh, this was the circumstances. It's dead black and white. Never ever take what the prison say at face value. Just don't. I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm waffling on. My thoughts and prayers are with Darren Williams, his family. God bless you all. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. God bless Darren Williams. May he rest in peace. 2019, guys, and there's 2 deaths that we're aware of so far. 2. Sadly, it won't be the last 2. I'll keep you up to date, guys. If I know more, I'll let you know more. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.